welcome back to the Matrix. The Matrix, you are the Matrix. How's it feel, Neo? And today we got ourselves a banger daily market news analysis. What is up? What is up? How's everyone feeling out of 10? Let me know down in the comments down below. Make sure to spam that like button, hitting the share so other people can spam that like button. Reminder, y'all, we're doing the trading challenge in the mornings, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time. $1,000 to $100,000. That is the challenge. And after the day number one, we are... Where's my... we're up, we were up 17% almost on a trade. So that is going to be going on daily. We'll show this. So if you guys want to stay tuned for that, you guys can subscribe. You can become a super fan on TikTok, I think is what it's called. And you can become a member on YouTube. I'm not going to be doing copy trading, but I will be, you know, doing my setups for the members only. As the time of recording, Bitcoin sitting at $112,900. Finding support off of the bottom of the range here. I would love to hold 110 as support. If we can do that, I think that is very good, and just the bottom of the range here. We got extremely oversold on the 5-hour across the upside. We do need to get back above 115 to put us into the most bullish posture again. So we're starting to slope to the upside, but I would like to see daily body closes above 115,000. That would put us back in bullish posture for Bitcoin. The interesting one that we've been talking about is BNB yesterday put in a new all-time high like a day later. And insanity, the most scammy exchange, is already putting in a new all-time high. The Russell, guys, I don't want to sound the alarm, but very quietly, while everything else has put in a new all-time high, and we talked about this yesterday. We've been talking about the fractal from the Russell 2000 following the C19 crash, and even this crazy liquidation back in 2021. It was the exact same. Like, look at this. I'm going to pull this down and we can see. Like, let's zoom in. You can see the crazy liquidation from the Black Swan event on Friday. It has the literal same candle on the Russell. Now, why am I talking about the Russell? If you haven't been following me, it was not until this moment over here when the Russell gets into price discovery and then goes into distribution, that's when the altcoins went crazy. So that is still a big thing that is on the tip of everyone's tongues here. The Bitcoin Dominance got into a full-on retrace. You could almost classify this as a lower low. I would still like to see 58.7 being taken out. If we can take that out, that is a macro lower low, and this to me is just a retrace and a continuation. And with the way that the Russell is looking, that is good. This is a very quiet, like I've been looking at the charts. I actually just discovered this live right now. I just was scrolling through the charts of the things that I normally cover. That wasn't part of the agenda to say like, oh my God, the Russell's at an all-time high, but it is. 19 billion liquidated. The Russell a few days later makes an all-time high. Welcome to La La Land, everyone. So listen, this has been my number one thing, and this is very quiet. New all-time high for the Russell. That's been the number one criteria for me. The biggest indication. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. That is the biggest of deals. And it's very, very quiet. So with that, I know I'm late, guys. I know it. somebody became a member. I'm gonna butcher your name. New One. I'm gonna just say New One. I think that's your last name. Thank you for becoming a member on YouTube, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
We'll start with the YouTube comments and then we'll read the TikTok comments. Because we started with TikTok yesterday. Ski, we are cooked. First, never mind. Second, you're not first, you're last. I came finally comment. Ski, I've avoided creating a Google YouTube account for 10 years. Long story. But I've been watching all your lives since April and needed to give my full support. Thank you. Hey, listen, thank you for breaking your own rules just to support me. I appreciate it, brother. Shout out to you, Punk. Shout out to you, Punk. I appreciate you for breaking your own rules to support me. It means a lot. Yo, bullish. Ski late, LOL. Never. Ski rugged us. Bro is late, but Ski. 10 out of 10. Buy the dip, you savages. Late Ski. Matt says, so are we good? There's going to be an alt season. This is a big one right here. The fact that the Russell put in a new all-time high super quietly, that's a big deal. That is a big deal. And we've already gotten to the line that we've been talking about, the line in the sand of what I would like to see to confirm a breakout. That's a big deal. That's a very big deal. I am not putting enough oomph on how big of a deal this is. It's a big deal, though. It says, bro, we ain't cooked. Just a little delay. Too much bullish stuff ahead. I agree. I'm with you. All right, let's read some of the TikTok comments. Save a Ski first to comment. Savage, go see. Good to see you, brother. Good to see you, too. 2 NFTs get you lifetime access to exclusive group in the Telegram. That's right. Alt season still coming. It's no longer Ski's crypto. It's just Ski's Russell now. I've got special needs. Late to what? How do you feel about FET? But Ski, can we do limit orders on Solnic? You absolutely can on Jupiter. You definitely can do limit orders. Yes, you can. Gavsdad, thank you for the roses, you savage.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
How do you feel about ADA? I like ADA a lot. How many NFTs are left? I don't know, actually. I haven't really. Talked about them too much, to be honest. Have not looked in a while. Only 500 are left. 63% are sold now. So I'm also streaming the trading challenge in the Telegram as well. Bearish? What is bearish? So there you go. Maybe we'll do a giveaway when we sell out of these. Maybe we'll do a giveaway for that. Can you get Solnic on Trust Wallet? You can. Can you do TA on Rhodes? It's been a while since you spoke about it. I got you. VeChain opinion ski. I'm long currently, obviously spot, but also leverage futures. Listen, my opinions on VeChain haven't changed. It is still, I would say VeChain and ADA right now are my top. Those are probably my top blue chip plays right now. Yeah. Those are my top blue chip plays. That hasn't changed. I mean, getting ADA to me is back in extreme value again. I mean, this is pretty beautiful. Even in the micro, this is accumulation here. How about Rose? My mom says, if we sell out NFTs, I'll drop 100 SOL on the chart in one pop. There you go. 100 SOL. So there you go. If you want to get access to the trading challenge, I'm streaming that in the mornings, 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. Central Time, live trading $1,000 to $100,000 challenge. That is being streamed to the YouTube members, to the TikTok super fans, and to the Telegram group. If you want to get lifetime access to the Telegram group, 2 NFTs get you that at launchmynft.io. Have your targets changed? No, they haven't. Listen, I have sat and breathed on this whole thing, and I just think that it was manipulation. I do think it is a crack in the armor, and it's like foreshadowing what's going to come in maybe a year. But, no, especially the Russell hitting an all-time high. Like, welcome to Banana Land. After the craziest day I've ever seen ever in crypto, the Russell 2000 hits an all-time high like 3 days later. Welcome to Banana Land. Welcome. Get comfy. Okay, Rose. It's still in this accumulation. I would like to see it get back in this base of support here, and then we could just classify this as like a C19 sort of event. So getting back to 2.4 cents is a big level for Rose. You still think Wyckoff for alt structure? I think so. Target for Link 3878 178. Aptos. My targets for, listen, all my targets are the same. They're all the same. It's all the same. All right. I think that this is, just a manipulation target. I like that Bitcoin found support. The thing that gives me really encouraged, I'm not going to sit here and be like, this was nothing, I'm not going to do that. But the thing that makes me really encouraged, specifically on the Bitstamp chart. Now, you might be like, oh, Ski is, cherry picking, but I'm not, because I use this chart all the time. This is the chart I've used for years. If you've followed me for any time, you have seen this Trade the News You Will Lose chart. I've used this for a long time. Now, the reason that I point this out, though, specifically, is because there's no leverage on this account. Okay? It's just spot. And what happened with this was Bitcoin puts in a higher low. 19 billion in liquidation, and Bitcoin just puts in a higher low. Pretty insane. And I think that that's a big deal. Ski, you're the real one out here. I appreciate you, brother. Flux to $7. I think 3, 5, 12. Those are my targets. You said you would the other day. I did say that. I apologize. Okay, so what has happened? We went into price discovery. We went all the way to the 3618, depending on how you want to slice this. I'm probably going to slice it like so. 1618 rejection. This is now your markdown. You're, past the 200. So you got to start to, I think you're going to start to find a bottom here soon, but I don't think it's the straight line up from here. Daily is very oversold getting across to the upside. I would say you're going to find a bottom like so. Get your sign of strength back test, and then start your next iteration. That's what I think is going to happen. It got rejected off the 1618. So I think you should honor that for the next one, the next go around, for sure. And that would look like 5 cents. ICP. I still like ICP. GRT has too much inflation for me. Solnik's looking good. I agree. Solnik does look good. It actually held up better than most of the, like literally better than almost any other altcoin. It held up. Thank you for the donuts, you savages.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh yeah.
XRP needs to get back to 310. And that would put it back in the bullish posture. My targets are still the same though, $5, $8, and $12. Says, greetings, Ski. Love your work, my man. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. What was I looking at? XRP. Yeah, I would like XRP to get back to 310 to confirm this as a spring. That's what I'd like to see. That's a nasty spring if I ever seen one. In the short term, though, I would like to see it get above the 200 here. So 260. Is October no longer a bullish month? I didn't say that. We've definitely had an event that you could say that, but we'll see how October plays. The markets have a way of doing what they need to do at the buzzer. So if it's going to be bullish, like it's been, well, what we would expect is at the buzzer, it's doing the things that it is. My mic is glitchy. Is that for everybody? Is that on YouTube? How about now? Static. It's still glitchy. Is it better? Maybe this foresight. Maybe I need a new... This is a brand new cord, so I know it's not the cord. Maybe it's my interface. I don't know. It's AC power. It's still a little bit better. The sound is good. Staticky. Damn it. Test. Test. I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. It's soothing. What's your challenge total? It's good enough. It's not as bad as it was before. Okay. When did it start? A little background. Okay. Better. All right, I'll try to fix it later. I don't know. Perfect now. Okay, good. All right, what's my challenge total? What are you talking about? Are you talking about the $1,000? Are you talking about the $1,000 to $100,000 challenge? Is that what you're talking about? Love your content. Do you have targets for Rose and VChain? Yes, my targets are still the same. 15 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. Rose, I think, is 10 cents, 38 cents, 88 cents. Well, I just started today, so yo. I just started today. The challenge only started today. So we started at $1,007 and we're sitting at, I think, $1,023. Let's see. Yeah. So there you go. Bear trap. It could be as like our version of the C19 crash structurally, not time wise, but structurally. Profit is profit. It's slow and steady. Listen, I'm the turtle. Sonic has a 29K sell, but right back to accumulation levels. LFG. Yeah, very unfortunate. One of the whales got a phishing attack, got their wallet wiped. Listen, verify any new, let it be a lesson for everyone. Anytime you go to connect your wallet to a new site, always verify it. If you've never connected, do a test with a burner. So that's what that was. Very unfortunate. I feel very bad for the person. But, you know, it's opportunity for everybody else. The Solnic army keeps marching along. It pretty much has already gotten bought all the way up, to be honest. $38.78, $178.4 link. Thoughts on H-bar? H-bar. Okay, so the biggest lesson that I've learned this time around into the next cycle. I'm going to be so heavy in Bitcoin in the bear market, it's not going to be funny. That's number one. And until the Russell breaks out like it's doing right now, I will have 10 coins or less. All right? Not right now. But the next cycle around, I will be heavy into Bitcoin. I'm going to have 10 coins or less the entire time until the Russell breaks out. H bar is on that list of coins outside of Bitcoin that I'm going to have. So I'm probably going to be 50% into Bitcoin until the Russell makes a new all-time high, and then I'll start to diversify. But I'll have 10 coins in total. 50% is going to be in Bitcoin, maybe 65%. And it's going to be Solnic, it's going to be H-Bar, it's going to be probably VeChain, some Solana. And we'll see how low XRP gets, if it's going to get added or not. I mean, I'll still hold what I have. Someone sold a lot of Solnic recently. I already talked about it. It was a wallet wipe. It's pretty much already been bought back up. I mean, listen, I'm not a perfect, I don't stand before you as the answer. I am constantly learning things every time, every day, every cycle. And the biggest lesson that I've learned that I will be taking with me into next cycle is I will be heavy into Bitcoin for a long time. And I'm not going to have more than 10 coins until the Russell breaks out, like it is today. Because realistically, most of the altcoins are at their bear market lows right now. So you would have been just fine holding Bitcoin and then rotating now. So that's the biggest lesson that I learned. Ski, do you think alt season could extend to January 2026? I saw people saying alt season Q4 2026. It's possible. It certainly is possible. My mic is fine. Sounds good. Only hear it when you turn your head. I immediately bought more. Could you finish your thought on XRP? Yeah, I just want to see it get back above 260 to feel a lot better about this being a spring. And then 310 would confirm it. But in the short-term immediate, 260, holding that daily body closes, I would feel very good about that. Thank you for the $4.99 donation.
But the cream will rise to the top. Oh, yeah.
But Ski, now the Russell is an all-time high. What's next? When is VeChain and Solana gonna moon? Well, that is a precursor of that happening, in my opinion. How come some folks on social, including crypto creators, say VeChain is not going to reach 10 cents? Yeah, that's fine. Listen, I don't care what other people think. Honestly, that's my best quality. That's my worst quality. I'm like that in real life. I'm not just like that in crypto. I'm like that in real life. I will leave the house with pajama pants on. Okay? Sometimes that's a good thing. Sometimes that's a bad thing. But that's how I am, for real. When people say, like, oh, I don't care what people think, like, actually, literally, I am that way. I literally do not care what people think. I think it's a superpower. Sometimes it gets me into trouble. Sometimes a little social pressure is good, right? I recognize that. But it's a double-edged sword for me. It served me very well in my life. doing things because I don't care what people think. But listen, nobody thought that XRP would make an all-time high, and here we are. When XRP was at 50 cents for 5 years, everyone said it was dead. So I didn't care what they thought then about XRP. I don't care what they think about VeChain. It has one of the best charts known to man. I am financially independent because of crypto. And until last year, I drove a 2009 Toyota Camry until I gave it to my little brother. Or no, not even last year. That was May. I gave it to my brother. But I still drive a 2006 Chevy Silverado. I could buy a new car. I don't care though. I literally do not care what people think. Look at this idiot. He doesn't have a $50,000 car payment. Ha! Moron. What do you mean you're not paying $800 a month, Chad? Idiot. Yeah, I don't care what people think. I really don't. It's my best quality. Are you still a fan of Flux? I am still a fan of Flux. I drive for 300,000 miles. Unless you're feeding me, financing me, or fornicating, I don't care what you have to say. That's it. No one's financing me. Only my wife is feeding me and fornicating, so that's it. That's the end of the list. Love your work. When do you think gold will roll over, and how far do you think it will go down? Okay, so gold is not a crypto, right? It's not going to crash like that. Gold rolling over looks different than Bitcoin or XRP rolling over. Gold rolling over is really like it just not going vertical. This is insane though at this point. Actually. Like from here, we're past the 4236. We could pull a fib from here and see, you know, this is super hot though. I mean, that's, you know, all the way. Like, where are we pulling this fib from? I guess from here. I guess. So maybe 4,400. Make it a nice even 4,700 for the 47th president. That's what it's going to be. But this is red hot at this point. But gold cooling off, though, it doesn't look like off to Hades. It looks more like this right here. That's what gold cooling off looks like. That's really all we need. How confident do you feel we will have an alt season from 1 to 10? Maybe 6? Maybe 7? No, I'm just giving. 8. 8.3. The fact that the Russell's at an all-time high makes me very confident. $78 is my target for silver. From the 2011 high, it's at the 3618. Well, there you go. 3618, that's maximum parabolic to me. It looks very weak. In what regard? Like, according to who? You know what I'm saying? Like, according to whom? To whom it may concern. Like, according to who does this straight line up look weak? Is the spring upside? Yes, a spring would be upside. A spring is always upside. A UTAD would be the reverse of a spring, downside. So Trump screwed us all. Six, 7. What news events do you think sparks all? I don't care about news. You could be quantitative easing. You could say rate cuts. You could say the 19 pending ETF approvals. You could say show me the charts. I'll tell you the news. The news will find a way to show up. When I was looking at the Russell for crypto, LOL. What's funny? All these hoes laughing like something funny. You tell me how correlated it is. All right. You tell me how funny it is. On the top is Russell. On the bottom is Ethereum. We have the C19 crash to the buying climax of the Russell 2000. We then went into distribution, Wyckoff distribution, a topping structure. Right here. This is a topping structure. Let me zoom in a little bit. My God, what the heck happened? This is a topping structure. Buying climax, upthrust, UTAD. That is what the Russell 2000 did in 2021. From February of 2021 to the up UTAD was November of 2021. Okay, so let's circle the buying climax and the C19 crash. Here's Ethereum. Here's the Russell. Ethereum went running from the buying climax to the UTAD was the absolute top. The absolute top. All right, you might be like, well, he's cherry picking. All right, fine. Let's look at DOT. Here's the buying climax. What did DOT do from the buying climax? 15x. How about H-bar? Where's my H-bar? We'll do link. I need to find my good H-bar chart. Here we go. Here's the buying climax. You tell me what's funny. You tell me what's funny. 4x. How about others? You tell me what's funny, bro. This others dominance isn't even the right chart. Here's the buying climax. When did alt season start? Oh, the distribution of the Russell. So why am I paying attention to the Russell? Not only is it a piece of the puzzle, it's the entire Rubik's Cube. It's the entire Rubik's Cube. How about Shiba? I don't even know. Shiba didn't even exist. How about Solana? It's not only a piece of the puzzle, it's the entire Rubik's Cube. So here we go. That's what I'm projecting it's going to do. Here, this part is alt season. The bear market has started. Nothing like price to change sentiment. Nothing like price to change sentiment. $1.24 trillion total 3. Bitcoin going to 180. 138 is my medium case. 207 is my bull case. Look, Bitcoin only put in a higher low. That's it. It just put in a higher low. Look at Bitstamp, the only exchange that doesn't have leverage. What did Bitcoin do? You might be like, oh, Ski's cherry picking. I've been using this chart since 2022. You know how I know? Because I've been actively marking out all of the bottoms. And tops. I've been using this chart since 2022. This is one of the main charts that I use. It has the most amount of data. It just puts in a higher low. Nothing like price to change sentiment. Guess what? When Bitcoin gets to the top of the range, it's going to be full send bullish again. That's the only one that can't be manipulated, right? 100%. Bitcoin needs to clear 116. I think so. Russell didn't even break out in 2021. Yeah, it did. I see what you're saying, but it did. It definitely did. I hear you. I hear you, brethren. I agree. I agree with what you're saying. We just need it to go sideways like so. But, to be fair, that's not true. This was a breakout. So here's the 2018 high, which, by the way, was also alt season when you had distribution over here. You had your C19 crash, and then we definitely broke out. Which, by the way, guess what? The Russell made a new all-time high today. Today, Junior. You think we still get alt season Q4 this year? I think so. I do. What's your estimate on ETH? My estimate on ETH is 7,200. Does the Russell 2000 all-time high signal all season? Yes, it does. I just went over this, but I will briefly do this again. Here's the C19 crash, March 20. March of 2020. This is February, the buying climax. So when I talking about buying climax, I'm talking about a topping structure, buying climax, up thrust, UTAD. That is what a top looks like. That is a institutional top. That's how tops look like when you're looking at institutional charts. The healthier chart is, the more you look like this for a top. Okay. March was the buying climax. November was the UTAD. Guess what happened during that time? Guess what took place? And what this signals, the Russell breaking out, it signals risk on assets. That's what it signals. DCA should be your best friend, 100%. Do you like Zcash? Not really. I didn't hear a second about Zcash until it broke out. I'll be honest with you, nobody's asked me about Zcash until it broke out. I don't like buying charts that look like this. I'm pumped for anybody. Listen, I liked the setup before. Guess what? A lot of coins look like this. Stop me if you've seen a coin that looks like this. How many coins look like this? Y'all let me know. Like, all of them look like this. That's a setup. That's accumulation. That's a breakout. I don't like buying coins that have already broken out. You know, I wouldn't buy this here. No, I would take profit here. It's up a 6x. I'm pumped for anybody that did that. But I'm not buying that. Sell that. Don't buy that. Look for coins that have the setup like this. That's what you want to do. If the Russell crashed in 2020 and it took it 15 months for all season, we still extend into 2026. Okay. So the case that I've made, listen, you guys have to like remind me that half of the audience has never seen my face. So I need to do this every time. If I throw out a complex idea, I need to revisit it enough to where everyone knows what I'm talking about. But in past live streams, I have went thoroughly that my thoughts are, this is a fractal right here. This fractal is from right here. This is the C19 crash. Okay? My thoughts are, the April tariffs was the spring. That's why I pulled this fractal. So in my estimation, the April tariffs for the Russell structurally was the C19 crash. And that would have us into November going parabolic. Based off of that structure. Ski Easiest, 2x, VeChain, Link, ADR, Crow. I think all of those. I'd probably pick VeChain. All of those should do that. Is 2 million Solnic enough? It's a very good number. Ski, you be knowing your shit. If Solnic hits 50 cents, you got 1 million. Says, I stand corrected, Ski. It happened in November. Okay, in November, you're right. Like, in November, it didn't break out. It was just like a double top over here. RC Trade says, got it, literally perfect fractal. And listen, to more of that point, too, part of the reason I was publicly bullish back in April, I want y'all to think about, not hindsight, not revisionist history. What creators do you know when Bitcoin was at 74K was publicly bullish? Y'all let me know. Because April 7th, April 7th, well, what was the price of Bitcoin April 7th? 74K. All right. April 7th, 2025, I said the bottom's in. And I gave my reasoning. Here's the chart right there. You can see how low it was. I said that that was the spring of Wyckoff. So what am I comparing the fractal of the Russell? Is the same time. I'm saying that that is the spring. The C19 crash was the spring of Wyckoff. I'm saying that the April tariffs, not only for Bitcoin, but for the Russell, was the spring. Okay? Now, you can make an argument that the Black Friday, or Black Swan event that we just had on Friday, that was like an altcoin spring, but this structurally was a spring in Wyckoff back in April. And then I said that I would shave my beard if we didn't reach 118,000 April 7th. April 7th was right over here. The reason that I was confident that the bottom was in was because this was Wyckoff accumulation. Selling climax, secondary test, and your spring. That is the same thing. The Russell, that's another reason why I'm saying that this is the same structure, because that was the April spring for Bitcoin. Thanks for always being awesome. I appreciate that, brother. Crypto King. Crypto King was. The Crypto King bet his beard that we would not go below 72K and we would reach $118,000. Because I did. $118K before 70K. Or I will shave my beard. April 7th. Maybe he did. I don't know. I don't know who Crypto King is. Flux targets for the bull run still the same. 3, 5, 12. XCN targets. Update. My update on the market is I am very bullish. because the Russell put in a new all-time high. This is the North Star for me, guys. This is the guiding light. Okay? Bitcoin on the main chart that I look at, I understand there were some scam liquidations, and that's what I think it was. I literally think it was insider trading, manipulation by apex predators, and I'm not going to count the structure of that. But when we look at the main chart that I look at, and you can say like I'm cherry picking, but I promise you I have used this chart for 4 years. Bitcoin just put in a higher low. And if $19 billion of liquidations cannot put in a lower low, what's it going to take? If the worst day in crypto history cannot put in a lower low, what's it going to take? So my update is, that was a scary event. I feel bad for anyone who got wrecked. Sucks. Terrible. And it was pure manipulation. Pure apex predator. And I have basically the same thoughts that I did before. You and William have the best energy. Keep it up, boys. I'm pretty sure we're going to do another podcast here soon. Do you think Cardano is undervalued right now? I do think Cardano is undervalued right now. Thanks, bro. I just followed you on Twitter, too. Appreciate that. Charlie, I'm not kidding right now. I am so serious. What I'm about to say, you might think I'm being funny. I am dead serious. My mic is buzzing. I don't know what's going on with my mic right now. I have no idea. Hopefully that fixed it. I don't know if it did. Charlie, anyways, listen. I am so serious. I am not being funny. So Charlie says, high or low is good. Everyone on TikTok is so scared right now saying bull run is over. I don't watch other people for real. Like, genuinely, I don't. I do not watch other people, and I do this on purpose because right, wrong, or indifferent, I want you to have my own unfiltered, I don't want to be influenced. I want to have my own thoughts. So I'm going to live and die by my own sword, and I'm good with that. I'm good where that puts me. Probably wiring issues or connections. I have no idea. It's annoying. I don't know what's up with that. But listen, Charlie. So Charlie puts out a good observation, because I assume Charlie's watching other people, which is great. He says, everyone is saying, where did the thing go? The bull run is over. I want you to report when all the other creators are saying the opposite. Let me know. Skis Crypto on Twitter, right? No, that is not me. It's your boy Ski, YABOYSKEY. YABOYSKEY. You doing live trading in the morning? I am. 8 a.m. ish time frame. I will be live. I'll be doing the challenge from $1,000 to $100,000. Mostly be trading Bitcoin. They don't know the charts or history. Listen, I'm not being funny. I want you to report. I'm being so serious. I want you to report when it flips. I am not being funny. All right, XCN for my man. XCN actually held up pretty good. Retracement is 3.3 cents. Price discovery is 7.4 cents. Parabolic is 14 cents. What's your opinion on Bitcoin right now? I just put it in a higher low. That's it. It's at the bottom of the range. Every time we get at the bottom of the range, people are bearish. Every time we get at the top of the range, people are bullish. That's a really oversimplified version, but you know, simple is good. Sometimes just the simplest thing is the truth. And that's a really oversimplified analysis on Bitcoin. It's at the bottom of the range, high or low. Says my mic is good. Is my mic good on TikTok? I have no idea what's going on with my mic. Yes, no, yep. Okay, so some people yeah, some people no. Okay. It's a buzzing sound. Static. Okay, I don't know. I think I need a new minor static. Okay. I'm going to mess around with it. But that's going to be it for this time, guys. Make sure you guys like, subscribe, follow me on TikTok, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. I am at your boy Ski on Instagram, Twitter, YouTube, YABOYSKEY. I'm at Skis Crypto on TikTok. And then my other TikTok is at your boy Ski as well, YABOYSKEY. I will never message you first. Those are scammers. For the love of God, do not get scammed. I'm not going to ask you for money. I'm not. Okay? I'm good. I'm not going to message you and ask you for money. I'm not going to ask you how your trading's going. I don't care. All right? I don't care. I have too much stuff going on. I have 479 missed text messages right now. I am not getting back to my own people. I promise you I'm not getting back with you. Okay? I'll be live tomorrow in the morning at around 8 a.m. We're going to be continuing the series, trading $1,000. So I'll be live trading Bitcoin mostly. Live trading $1,000 to $100,000. Once I reach that, I will be buying $50,000 worth of Solnic in one buy. That is going to be for members only. So that's for the YouTube members, and that is for the TikTok. I think they're called super fans now, I think, and it is also in the Telegram. All right, guys, that is going to be it for this time. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Peace, love, prosperity.